California lawmakers want you to go to jail for defending your own home. Not with a gun, not with a bat, not even with a knife. They don't want anything to happen but the burglar to break into your house and take all your stuff. Here it is, Assembly Bill 1333. My name's Kevin. This is Badgecast. I'm a former police officer with 12 years of experience. I'm here to break this and all things law enforcement down for you. Let's get into it. Over here in good old California, we got Assembly Bill 1333. 2 weeks ago, they put it into committee trying to, quote, overcome the 2022 Supreme Court ruling expanding the right to carry guns in public. But not in your own house. This guy down in LA, Assemblyman Rick Zabur, introduced a bill, insists the intent is being misunderstood. I'm sorry, it's a bill. It should be pretty self-explanatory. We shouldn't all need legal degrees to figure out how to know what our rights are and what we're entitled to do, in our own home especially. He says that it's not going to override anything. You're going to still be able to defend yourselves, your family, not intervene with the castle doctrine, or stand your ground. It's meant to ensure the public feels safe. Safe for everyone. But the original language, however, has met much backlash. One controversial provision in the bill would no longer justify killing someone in certain circumstances and situations. If someone's coming into my house, things are going to happen. You're going to come break into my house, things are going to go down. That's what castle doctrine's for. It's meant that you don't have to retreat. It's a presumed life-threatening situation every time someone tries to break into your house. We don't need people out there trying to figure out and analyze and determine with zero training and experience how to deal with someone breaking into their home. I'm sorry, you're going to call the cops? Hey, there's someone breaking in. You got 5 to 7 minutes before someone gets there, minimum. And that's if you live in a small town and they're not busy. Forget about it in this guy's home town of his constituents in Los Angeles. Opponents of the bill argue that it's going to create uncertainty in the use of force in self-defense situations. Again, we're going to get a castle doctrine. I got it pulled up for you guys. But here's the 2022 legislation that basically what they were trying to do is prevent people from being able to carry in certain circumstances and situations. It's your own house. It's where you live. You're protecting your family. You're protecting yourself, whether it's with a gun, whether it's with a bat. How many people got a bat laying behind their front door, their bedroom door, let alone a gun in the nightstand? Anybody ever heard the saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight? I'm sorry. We're going to have people in their own houses, people breaking in, and we're going to have to make them make split-second decisions with no training and experience. You're going to go to your 9 to 5. You're going to go to your banker's hours where you're going to be held to figure out whether or not you need to use deadly force. You're going to go hands-on with someone in the hallway. None of this is completely ridiculous and should not be the standard. So here's the bill itself. AB 1333. Existing law defines homicide as the unlawful killing of a human being. Yada, yada, yada. Existing law establishes certain circumstances in which homicide or justifiable homicide can occur. The bill would eliminate certain circumstances under which homicide is justifiable. In your own home. This bill clarifies circumstances in which homicide is justifiable, including and among others, when the person uses force greater than necessary to defend against the danger. We've talked about it on this channel. We've talked about how cops have a higher level of training. They're dealing with these things all the time. I wouldn't expect me to go into a bank and figure out how to underwrite a loan. I wouldn't expect somebody else that's not been to the police academy, that's not been in fights, that's not taken people to jail, that's not had to use of force on a regular basis to understand, grasp, uptake, and determine what level of force you need to be taking in the hallway of your own home. I'm sorry. Defend your family, defend your home. That's what castle doctrine is for. So here it is, castle doctrine. The Penal Code of California, 198.5, castle doctrine. Any person using force intended or likely to cause death or great bodily injury within his or her residence shall be presumed to have held reasonable fear of the imminent peril of death or great bodily injury. You are removed from the elements of the crime of homicide if you are in self-defense. That is what this is for. And you are presumed to have that right in your own home, whether it's a gun, whether it's a bat, whether it's a shotgun, whether it's a pistol, whether it's a knife. You want to choke a guy out in the hallway? Do it. But wait, California last year, in Oakland of all places, in their infinite wisdom, they took a 77-year-old man to jail for smoking a couple people in his own home when they're trying to break into it in probably nearly broad daylight. I think it was like 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a random Tuesday. This guy smokes two people, and then some other shit comes up, probably to figure out why all the guys that she drove there didn't make it out. As it turns out, the gun that he smoked him with may or may not have been stolen, but this is Oakland. Everybody's got a stolen gun, right, in Oakland? I don't understand, man. This is way out of bounds. California is getting out of control, and it's just yet another reason everyone pack their stuff and get out. Let them figure out how to pay all these people to all their extra stuff from all of our tax money. It's off the charts, man. Well, the good thing about this was this guy that was 77, as it turns out, he ended up going to jail. And then a couple days later, the DA may or may not have filed charges. And so they let him out of jail a couple days later when they couldn't take him for arraignment. But I'm sorry, they still arrested him. The cops have they had probable cause. They had reasonable suspicion. They had enough that they thought they had a case on this 77-year-old man defending himself against two armed people. I think one guy had a crowbar. Is he just supposed to go hands-on at 77 years old and take these guys to the ground and do what? Make that judgment call. Hey, I got enough grappling experience. I'll just take these guys down and we'll figure it all out later. No, smoke them in the hallway. Smoke the whole thing. All 10 rounds, because we live in California. You're only allowed to have 10. You nice folks that live in real America can have 30-round magazines. But this guy had a Colt. Okay, so 5 or 6 rounds, depending on what model he's got that he may or may not have stolen or bought illegally. But notwithstanding, I'm sorry, again, California is out of control from the top to the bottom. Oh, good old Gavin Newsom at the top is going to green light this thing just like everybody else. Democrats have a stronghold on this state, and it's out of control. We have probably 4 tops: Sacramento, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, these major metropolitan areas that are controlling what the entire rest of the state is doing. I'm sorry. I'd be ready to go if I could make it happen, but not quite there yet. We're getting close. But notwithstanding the amount of times that I've pulled up articles after article after article of houses being broken into in California, we're reducing the crimes. Things are not as much of a penalty anywhere you go. All the shoplifting, all of everything else. And we're just going to throttle people in their own homes to determine, let's see, was this enough use of force for this situation? Oh, I don't know. I've never been in a fight before in my entire life. Now I'm defending my own home. I don't understand, man. Don't get it. What do you guys think? Get in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this kind of content as well, been this video this long, subscribe, share this video with your friends, give me a big old thumbs up and a like. We'll see you on the next one. Later.